Hi guys, well, I told you guys this would be more of a personal, serious channel, and well, this current video is about as personal as it gets for me. Although, well, you know, I probably have an extremely messed up past, and that I've been getting through it lately, because a lot of you probably don't know unless you look at my Oscar fam or anything like that, but I have a history of attempting to kill myself and self-harm, and it's an extremely scary history, and I get uncomfortable talking about it, but it's something I need to do today. Nobody knows about this, not even the guy I'm in love with knows about it. No one does, and I've preferred to keep it that way, but just the other day I broke up with my boyfriend broke up with me. I was a complete mess and went off, into my own little world and went for a walk. I talked to an old friend of mine, and things, looked a little better because, she talked me through it, telling me that if I really cared about him, not to fight for him to get him back. So I did. But that same day I was up the road and I ran into an old friend of mine who, as you guys probably from the video I did, my first video on this channel, my boyfriend didn't want me to meet up with. I did not arrange to meet up with him. I in no way, shape or form wanted to see him, as I ended communication with him, but he was there. I don't know why he was here, but he was. I didn't want anything to do with him, but he wouldn't let me be. I couldn't walk off, So I listened to what he had to say. I don't even know if any of what he told me was true. He could have just been lying to me or whatever, but I went on, as a caring person, I was making sure he was okay. Any person would. I was nowhere near close to him. I was just talking to him, sitting across from each other. And he went off and did his own thing of trying to get close to me, and I ran off, I couldn't take it. I didn't want to be close to anyone else because I was going to try to be back with my boyfriend who I love endlessly. So I ran off, went home, haven't told a single person about it. Except for currently I have just told my boyfriend because he got told the stupid lies from my ex-boyfriend who's out to ruin my life. That I cheated on him, but I didn't. I would never cheat on him because he's the absolute world to me. And I'm trying to fight to get him back, but this is about the only way I think he'll listen to me. So if I make this video and I send it to him. So that's what I'm doing. I want to send this to him afterwards, and the rest of you can hear the story too, because, well, if you guys hear it, maybe he'll listen too. I don't know. But, yeah, so anyway, I went home. That guy messaged me, asked me what happened. I told him that I was not interested in him as anything more than a friend, but after that I wanted nothing more to do with him. I was in love with somebody else and I wanted to end contact right then and there. I sent that message, I deleted the messages, I deleted his contact, and I have not talked to him since then. I want nothing more to do with him, and I hope he never contacts me again if he's watching this. But yeah, I don't want to hear from him ever again. But that night, after that, I was just off in my own little world, upset here because I lost my boyfriend, I lost someone who I thought was a friend and everything, and I was completely miserable. So the point of this is that night I couldn't take it anymore. I did self-harm, and for people who don't, trust what I say and don't think I do, you want proof? This may not seem like much, as it's the only scar left, but here is what I did that night. If you guys can see. I don't know if you guys can see that scar right there, but that is what I did that night. There were several more, but that's the only one that's still existing. I did that and I regret it because it was the stupidest thing to do, but that's what I did that night. I cried myself to sleep, and the next day I talked to that guy, talked to my boyfriend, well, who wasn't at that time my boyfriend, but I worked on trying to fix things between me and him so we could get back together and work things out, and we did. But because of these lies that my ex-boyfriend have told him, he's currently broken off with me again, and I don't know what I'm going to do without him. I am not me without him. So I want to make this video just so that everyone knows what I went through and just so he knows. And I told him there was one more thing that I had to tell him. I've told him all the rest, but there's one more thing I haven't told him. And I wanted to make this video so that he could hear it. And this is probably the hardest thing I've ever had to say. It's not easy to go along and do this, but he needs to know. He's probably, I don't know if he's gonna want to talk to me, if he's gonna hear me out after hearing it, but he needs to know exactly every little detail of what happened between me and my ex, so that he can understand that he cannot trust what my ex has said. And I will tell you guys everything. You guys are going to hear this the first time just as he does. Me and my ex were extremely close. We were happy. We were planning on getting married together. We were planning on staying together forever. So I did lose my virginity to him. And we did not use protection. And I didn't have any idea in my head of the repercussions that could come from it. And I didn't know if I would end up pregnant. I don't know if I ended up with any disease or anything like that. Luckily, I did not end up with an STD or anything like that. I did for a while have symptoms of an early pregnancy, but as far as I know, I never got pregnant. But after me and my ex broke up after that, I was still crazy about him. So me and him, I ended up messaging him and trying to get back together with him. And we did get back together as long as I sent him what he wanted. So I sent him videos, photos, stuff like that he wanted and he asked for. And he sent me some back. Since me and him have broken up and haven't gotten back together, I deleted everything he sent me. and I hoped he did the same, but he didn't because he showed them to my boyfriend. But I wanted him to know those videos and those photos were sent when I was dating him months ago. Like, I was doing my prelim exams for year 11, so it would have been maybe September? Somewhere around August, September area, and that's when I sent them. And I don't know why he hasn't deleted them, as I've deleted what he has sent me. But he hasn't, and he showed them. I want my ex-boyfriend to know that I never sent those while I was dating him. But we broke up and we never spoke again because he was flirting with my best friend at that time. And then as I started talking to him more, I found out he was messaging my other best friend and telling her all this crap about me, all these lies, because she confronted me about it, and everything she told me he said, you know, all this crap, you know, I apparently said about her, and everything else, none of it was actually said. Me and my best friend have sat down and talked, and I've shown her messages between me and him that I've now deleted because I've stopped contacting him, other than messages on freaking Kik, which I'm deleting anyway once I freaking get him to stop spreading lies about me. He spread those lies and ended off with my best friend hating me until I sat down with her and worked it all out. And yeah, so he's spread lies about me before that's cost me one of my best friends, and yeah, and it's ended me up with my other best friend hating my guts. And I'm not even going to bother with her because it's just not worth it anymore. But I wanted him to know that this isn't the first time he's lied to someone about me. And I just wanted him to know that all those stories I've told him about different guys, I wanted him to know that if he thought anything happened with any of those guys, nothing happened. And I just wanted him to know that I would never ever do anything like this to hurt anyone. I am not someone who would go out and deliberately cheat on him, because he is more important to me than any guy I've ever met. But there's like, that's like he needs to know, and he needs to know I don't know how to say this, as I'm running out of time for this video because I can't record more than 15 minutes, but he needs to know that well, I'm gonna do this quickly. There was this guy who my boyfriend knows I've been texting recently. And yes, as far as my boyfriend knows, he's a friend of mine, and he is. He lives in New Zealand, and he is a good friend of mine, but I wanted my boyfriend to know, or ex-boyfriend to know, that nothing, as much as this guy has tried to go along and send inappropriate messages to me, I have now stopped contact with him, and I am not messaging him again because I at all will not cheat on him. I will not go along and hurt him because he means the world to me. I know he's been through a lot. He's been hurt before. I know because I freaking messaged a chick yesterday who freaking did it all to him. And I feel absolutely horrible that he had to go through that, but I really want him to know I am not that person. And I will not do that to him. And if he would ever give me a chance to just listen to me so I can prove it to him, then I'd be forever grateful, but I hope he does. Anyway, I gotta go. Talk to you again soon.